Hey listeners, welcome to Character Debates. I am your host, Michael Harrison, and this is our first episode, and what a way to kick it off. This is a show where I get two experts to debate on a topic of my choosing. And the debate today is what is the best holiday, right? I feel like we all know it really comes down to two. Some people will say Halloween, but that's a tradition. Some people say Thanksgiving, and that did extremely poorly with the turkey demographic. So I think that one's cut out. We have narrowed it down to Christmas and Easter. Those are the two. So we have spared no expense in our very first episode here to bring you two icons who will verbally duke it out to see who's going to win best holiday. Our first debater, all the way from North Pole, Santa Claus is here. Santa, how you doing?
Ho, 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 Michael, and a merry June whenever we're recording this today. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as also.
This is very exciting to have you, right? I've known about you since a little kid.
I never come out of the North Pole in the summer. It is wild down here.
Yeah, do you do a lot of podcasts? Are you in the podcast circuit?
I'm thinking about getting into it. I need to build my brand for a more year-round enterprise.
Exciting. Well, I'm so happy you came here and was part of this. Your opponent, who is actually going to be defending that Easter is the best holiday against your Christmas, is here as well from parts unknown, Easter Bunny.
Yeah, that's me. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me, Michael. I appreciate it.
Oh, Easter Bunny, I'm so excited. You're very mysterious. I don't know much about you, so.
I like it that way. I don't like people knowing a lot about my personal life. I show up a day, I do my job, and I'm out of here. I'll see you next year.
Okay, that's excellent. Now, we all guys, obviously with any debate, there's got to be a winner, and we want a winner in this one. So we brought in a judge. A holiday enthusiast is here with us today. Ishmael Gaynor. Hey, Ishmael, how you doing?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Good.
I love holidays, by the way. Santa, appreciate you. Easter Bunny, appreciate you.
I
love
you.
the chocolate.
I know.
love the chocolate, by the way. It's
Ho,
amazing.
ho, much love, Ishmael.
Thank you, Ishmael.
I thought you would call me a hoe for a second.
This is going to be a very tough decision for you to make.
I know, man. I know, because I don't want a lump of coal in my stocking. And I also want a fresh outfit, you know what I'm saying, on Easter. So this is tough. You put me in a tough position, but I'm the man to do it. I get paid.
All right, we're gonna begin. I'll start off with a question with Santa. Santa, all right, you give coal to children. That is something you do. You give coal to children that you deem naughty. What do you think that does to their confidence? What long-term impact are you having on children's self-esteem by doing this?
Ho, short-term sadness, long-term character building. That's right. A little bit of self-reflection to make them stop being jerks all year round next year. And then they get what? Toys, Michael. Toys.
Easter Bunny, you never neglect kids, do you?
Well, it depends on the kid. But here's the thing: if I do neglect kids, I don't send people into a mine to dig up coal to then put it in their stocking. It seems a little messed up. A little bit of a
that is
long
true.
process to me. I
To
just
be
don't
fair,
show up.
they were elves. They were all over 18. They had lots of protective equipment and what? Christmas magic to keep the shit out of their lungs.
Yeah, that's a nice marketing twist to get everybody back into coal mining. Sam. We really like to see that.
How many elves have had accidents in the coal mines? Has any had any serious repercussions?
Look, I mean, we are under technically North Pole laws, which don't involve OSHA, so we haven't kept count, but I can tell you it is very low, much lower than the claims from, lying journalists in the media, anti-Christmas activists. That's what I call them.
Are there a lot of lawyers in the North Pole that could possibly follow up with actions?
We have a team of elves that keep the feds off our back, sure.
Okay.
But know that it's to keep presents coming year round and, keep lessons happening through the stockings.
Wow.
That's what we're doing. It's for a good cause.
Okay, it sounds like you run the elves like a mafia. That's very fascinating. You got an elf for everything. I will say this: when it comes to children, Easter Bunny, you don't just give them eggs; you hide it from them.
Of course.
Right? What's that about?
Well, if we're going to talk about teaching kids lessons, Santa Claus, let's just start with teaching kids lessons that things don't always come easy in life. I'm not just going to show up and put them under a tree for you to go down there and, look at that. No. You're going to work for it, and it's going to start right in the morning. And guess what? You're going to get rewarded for your hard work. That's what I'm all about.
What if one of the kids went through an injury a couple days before or whatnot? Wouldn't you make it a little easier for them to find eggs, or you're gonna you're gonna make them work just as hard?
It depends on his attitude. If he's a hard worker, I'll give him a couple easy ones. I'll throw a couple on the ground, but there's always going to be hard work involved. You want that one on the top of the shelf, on top of the ceiling fan? Yeah, you're going to have to get a ladder. You're going to have to call your brother.
He makes kids crawl and climb for Easter eggs because he hates the handicapped. Oh,
oh wow.
Well, that's a harsh statement. Santa Claus coming from a guy who breaks into people's homes. I mean, come on. I'm hopping around the backyard.
There was milk and cookies left every time I was invited. They don't just leave those out coincidentally every single night on the 24th.
So
I mean, that is very fascinating because it does come off sort of like a B&E. I mean, you go through their chimney. That's a very desperate move to get into a person's house.
Desperate but smart, Michael. If I knock on the door, that brings the kids down. They're going to wake up. They're going to be like, Santa just rang the doorbell. Either that or it's a very late pizza delivery at 3 a.m. But I don't want to wake the kids. I don't want to wake the parents. I just want them to wake up naturally in the morning. Cock-a-doodle-doo. There's presents because I was sneaky.
Okay.
So what you're saying to me is you go into people's houses and eat their food while I go in and leave them food. That's fine. Yeah, that sounds about right. Thanks, Sandy.
I leave them Xboxes, for God's sakes. You give them little crappy chocolate eggs that taste like something that got swept off of the Hershey's floor and packaged into something that came out of a chicken's ass.
No, this is good. I'm really glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up because I'm sure that you're making these Xboxes, millions of them a year, under totally ethical work conditions. Can you admit to that, Santa, on record and say that all of your elves are not working in sweatshops like we've seen online?
All of my elves are over 18. They're being very well compensated with great insurance benefits. And the few that came down last year talking to 60 Minutes were lying. They were trying to defame me.
Yeah, the pictures in the video definitely were totally made up. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Any lying ex-elf employees can Photoshop anything, and you know it. Ho, ho.
But I mean, what's your profit margin? You clearly don't make any profit doing this exercise, so how can you possibly be paying elves?
The only thing that we make is joy from bringing happiness to children all around the year. Ho, ho.
Okay, all right. That's
plus selling Christmas decorations and royalties off every single Christmas album.
Oh, do you really? Do you also make money off of Coca-Cola for using your brand and likeness? Any of that stuff?
We started cocaine way back in the 20s with illicit materials, that we had to switch the ingredients. Sure, but I've dabbled in the coke game for quite some time. Yes.
Coca-Cola, the drink.
Yeah, let's stick with that.
All right. Oh wow.
It snows all year round in Santy's house.
Santa the Pusher. I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah, this is gonna scare some children. This podcast.
But his album's gonna be fire. I'm gonna tell you, his album's gonna be fire.
I mean, that is gonna be one thing I do have to bring up. Easter Bunny. There's been very little in terms of media production of your brand.
Yeah.
Right. Do you feel maybe a little hurt by that people don't make as many songs for you or as many movies about you?
No, not at all. That's all by design, Michael. I don't need my public image out there getting blasted around. I don't need Tim Allen playing me and falling off a roof. You know what I mean? The Easter Bunny's all about purity. It's all about staying to me. It's about me, okay? It's about me and who I am and what I bring to these kids. Not about all these imposters and all these fake made-up stories to get believers. You know what people do? They just believe.
Okay. That's very fascinating. Wow. Santa, what are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts are there was a lot of Elvis impersonators. Why? Because Elvis was the king, just like me. I'm the king of holidays.
Oh, and that's why you have so many impersonators in malls and whatnot.
Yes, that's right.
What you're referring to.
And better music too. Better Christmas music than Easter music. Because what was that really famous Easter holiday album by who did that? Oh yeah, that's right. They don't have any. They only make music for me, Santa Claus, the king of the greatest holiday.
Well, that's because you took Jesus out of your holiday, as you said previously in this debate. It's more about the presents, and I think I used your words there. Yeah. We like to keep it pure. You want to hear Easter music? Go to church sometime, Sandy.
You call keeping it pure by having crazy little eggs that you give people and hopping around. I don't remember Jesus having bunnies at the Last Supper that sounded like Mike Tyson if he couldn't throw a punch.
This is getting heated. This is getting tough.
And I see him floating around on a sled that runs on, Christmas spirit. I'm starting to think it's cocaine, Santa.
Yeah.
Well, Rudolph's nose wasn't red by design, you know. But it's effective. That's why he leads the pack.
Really? So it's not magic. You're feeding drugs, possibly amphetamine, to your reindeer to get across so fast?
Look, the reindeer love it. It's the North Pole. I lace it with magic so they don't get addicted.
Okay, so you have magic, and that's part of what's going on. Because that's something actually I find very, very fascinating. First off, and this is a side note, but I'll get to this. I know that a lot of kids write you letters. Now, what do you think is sort of your global warming impact towards the world by having acres of forest being chopped down by spoiled brats, sending you letters, right? Including even going to the coal. I'm sorry, mining coal and.
Let's not forget about the wrapping paper.
Yeah, the wrapping paper as well.
I only have children write me letters with recycled paper. Same with my wrapping paper. It's all acres that we've replanted. For every single pound of wrapping paper you buy, I will I will murder an oil worker.
Okay. But also keep in mind, too, that you have this magic reindeer now that can fly all across the world. Why don't you share such technology to also decrease our carbon footprint?
Well, we have the patent on magic reindeers. That's ours. We own it. No matter what happens with this podcast, I still own the patent on magic reindeer. I want to make that perfectly clear. Also, I don't want to give it to let's say the United States and Russia. Otherwise, what? They're not going to use it for bringing cheer all around the world. They're going to use it to nuke each other.
So you're a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, Santa.
Let's just say I fly around the world in one night, and it's not necessarily as round as many scientists claim.
You a flat earther, Santa?
Yes, I get up high. I can see it. It's shaped like a plate.
Jeez. Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
I mean, okay, so now we know that he flies over and he uses magic and whatnot, which does now pose the question, how does the Easter Bunny get around? Like, if you have to go across the world as well, even colder climates, right? What's your tactic? How do you get around?
Simple explanation for that, Michael. Tunnels.
Okay. Tunnels.
Bunnies are designed to burrow fast, and I'm the best bunny on the planet. I think we can all agree on that right here, right now. Okay, we all agree.
The best bunny on the planet is a kangaroo. But go on. They hop. They got the ears. They're like a bunny, but better.
Yeah.
If Easter was a proper holiday, they would have gone to Australia and hired a kangaroo.
You keep talking like that, I'm going to bring a kangaroo to the North Pole, and he's going to throw you a couple sucker punches, all right?
Yeah, you know what's sort of funny is, what is it? The Easter Bunny's outlawed in Australia. I actually looked it up online, and that's the one country they don't let them because bunnies are apparently bad for their ecosystem.
They had to build a wall to keep bunnies to come and from stealing kangaroos' jobs.
Build a wall. I'll dig under it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, they replaced you with a bilby, which is like a longer-eared.
You're gonna bring Bill into this?
Yeah, I know, right?
Is he here? Is he here?
No, we don't have him here. But what's your take on Australia banning the Easter Bunny?
I don't like to talk about the down under, okay? Because to me, they're the bottom of the cesspool. These guys, they don't understand what it's like to be a bunny. They got all these dangerous creatures out there. You think I want to go there? You think I want to go get eaten by a snake or a spider that's bigger than me? I don't want Australia. Screw Australia. Who needs them?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Find your eggs out in the field. They're probably snake eggs, idiots.
He's got a great point. That's
Let it be known, I am still Santa Claus on 7 continents. There's not some guy named Fat Jimmy down in Australia or whatever in a burgundy suit giving kids toys. They didn't reject me in Australia. I own every continent.
So you're saying you work harder?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a joke. That's a joke. You got a whole army of people. I'm a one-man show. You got people on unions, insurance, all this stuff. I'm over here digging tunnels all day long, delivering eggs by myself. And what do? You float by with your cocaine powder and you drop it in chimneys and you're breaking into people's house. It's just unbelievable, the fact you think you work hard. I mean, just because you go to Australia. Nobody wants to go to Australia.
It's called leaderships. You do a couple bumps and you delegate, by God. That's how you get presents to everybody instead of stupid little chocolate eggs that you can, buy all year round for very cheap, shaped slightly different.
So wait a minute, Santa. maybe I'm unclear about this then. What do you do 364 days a year? I get that you're the main brand, that you go around on a sleigh and you drop these gifts, but then do the elves do everything for the other 364?
Look at his cheeks. He's drinking. He's drinking right now.
They're very rosy. I'm not sure if that's drinking.
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, and technically at the North Pole, I'm in every time zone, so it's always 5 o'clock.
Okay, but 364 days of the year, what are you doing? What's your day like?
Marketing, building toys.
You
giving
build the
elves some-
toys. You build the Xboxes. I thought that was the elves.
I delegate. We build the toys together, and
Wait, what do you delegate? How do you delegate?
give them? I'm like, hey, build an Xbox, and they build the Xbox.
Okay, that's a tough day.
To me, marketing sounds a whole lot like recruiting.
It's well, I do have to go out and hire elves. So I have to recruit in the off season. I give them vacations. The elves love the summer.
Interesting. I always like to check in the middle of my show with the judge. Ishmael, do you have any quick questions you want to throw at them while we're getting into it?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask both of them a question. Number one, so are the elves like ITs? Like, how do you make an Xbox just out of like love and joy?
Microchips, plastic, secret ingredient, love.
Did you hear that, everybody? He's microchipping your kids.
Wow. All right.
His words.
Who's the wild conspiracy theorist now, Bunny?
I'm just using your words. All right.
That's a very, very interesting point.
When I was meeting with Steve Jobs and Tim Cook and all the captains of industry, Elon Musk and all that, I even suggesting, why don't we microchip the children so we can monitor their levels of joy? They said, nah, they already have cell phones. They have macro chips. We need to sell them upgrades.
Okay.
Well, in this day and age, particularly after the vaccine, everyone's very worried they're going to get microchipped. Don't you think that's sort of a very...
Are you vaccinated, Santa?
Yes, and I helped build the Pfizer vaccine, not that crappy Johnson & Johnson.
Okay.
But you did distribute the Johnson & Johnson.
I mean, to people who needed it. I figured it was better than nothing, but not by much.
Wow. This is all breaking news. I can't believe this. Can we quickly move over? What's the question you have for the Easter Bunny-ish?
Oh, yes. The question I have for the Easter Bunny, did you also bust a left at Albuquerque or no?
Oh, bugs. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, I've been known to pop a couple of lefts at Albuquerque because that's how you get through this. Of course. You think so, you get through.
So why aren't you allowed in Australia? Like, is it personally affecting your business by not being allowed, or is it
No. All right. First of all, I don't go there because I don't want to go there. It has nothing to do with they not letting me in. If I wanted to go to Australia, I could. Okay. I'm pretty sure by now they'd let me in.
It's because he used to vacation with R. Kelly down there. Admit it, Bunny.
It wasn't.
They found the photos.
To be fair, apparently rabbits are bad for the ecosystem. That's why they want the whole image of the Easter Bunny out, and they hired a bilby that only does Australia. This is all true. So that's why Australia is trying to get rid of the rabbit.
So they hired
you want the real story?
Yeah.
We were doing an underground rabbit fights. That's what we were doing. I was a king leader of underground rabbit fights.
Wait, is this true?
It's 100% true.
So
I'm going on record right. It's the first time I've ever broke this story like this. So make sure. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he sounds like Mike Tyson. He was the Mike Tyson of rabbit fighting.
You better watch it, all right? Because I know Mike Tyson personally, okay? He still believes. And I go give him chocolate every year. He could show up. He'll be waiting for you at the bottom of your chimney.
Did you still bring him chocolate in prison? Did you bring him prison chocolate?
Absolutely.
How did you smuggle it in?
The same way I do everything. It's in my butt.
Oh!
Wow.
Easter is the most unsanitary holiday anyway.
I'm the only mammal who ever laid eggs. What have you done?
Not laid eggs. I make toys, you freak.
I'm a miracle.
Easter Bunny is cracking.
Is that what they call it?
cracking during this debate. We're 20 minutes in. He's already throwing threats at Santa. This is getting heated.
All I'm saying is, if you were there at the underground bunny fights, maybe you wouldn't be here to deliver toys. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, because I'd be booted from Australia, you felon.
Okay, but I have one last question. Let me ask both of you guys. What are you doing to serve the underdeveloped communities, Santa and Easter Bunny? Santa, go first.
Well, think it goes without saying. Bringing what? Free toys to kids everywhere of any income bracket.
Wow. That's great. Bringing kids Xbox that don't have internet. What a nice guy.
You don't necessarily need to game online. You can play solo.
Yeah. Thanks, Boomer. Anyway, like I was saying to you guys, what I do for the kids, I bring them nourishment. I bring them a nice family gathering, a reason for everyone to come together, have some sweets, have some.
Can I
some
interrupt
nice
you
sweet
there,
times,
though?
and go on an adventure together. What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do today, Ma? I don't know. Maybe we'll go in the backyard, go on an adventure, find some eggs together.
Sorry, I was going to interrupt you, and you're right.
Please,
Those are all
sorry.
great points. But I actually wanted to target that one middle point where you said bring family together. Don't you feel that Christmas actually gets way more family than Easter?
I feel like Christmas you're forced to see family members you'd normally never want to see. Easter it's only the hits. It's a top notch people get together.
He's got a point. You always get that annoying aunt on Christmas, not on Easter. Yeah.
No. Kids wait all year round writing letters to Santa. I know because I'm Santa. I get the letters. They look forward to it. They do not look forward to Easter at all. They get woken up and they're like, it's Easter. And they're like, no, I don't want to put a suit on. And they're like, you can get some chocolate eggs out of the deal. And they're like, it's 50-50. We're barely breaking even on this deal. And they don't get excited about Easter.
That seems like a very small selective group that he's been talking to. I'm gonna be honest with you, because the reviews I get very overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, I mean, your guys are top two, right? I will say this, though. The eggs is a very interesting choice. First off, you bring chocolate eggs. What about all the diabetic children? Do you ever think about doing some non-sugar options?
Oh, we do. We do hard-boiled eggs. As the ones that you die, we always put a few aside for the kids that can't have chocolate, any sort of sweets. You get a nice hard-boiled egg. You know, every kid loves a hard-boiled egg. Well, yeah, of course.
Do you color them like you normally do?
It depends. You know, we're very aware and sensitive and inclusive to people's allergies and different dietary restrictions, unlike some people.
As a fat man in a red suit, this is the one thing I'm behind him on. I like sweets. I like chocolate. I have the sugar foot.
That is fascinating. That yes, Santa Claus focuses on presents, and you focus on eggs and
food sustenance, things people need to stay alive. Yeah.
Chocolate. Do you actually consider that as sustenance?
I think if you were, if that's what all you had, absolutely, it could keep you alive on chocolate for some time. What are you gonna do? You're gonna eat a Tonka truck? I don't think so.
Nice. Santa, I actually do have a quick question to you about the letters now. I wanted to refer to the letters because I looked it up, and it turns out that France sends the most letters to Santa.
Oui.
Yeah, how many languages do you know, and can you actually decipher all those letters from all around the world?
I know every language on the planet, none that I can speak right now except English. I can read them all. I can only speak English. It's one of those things. But yes, I read every letter. Some languages I don't know as well as others. It's why I have elves from all over the world. You know, some of them are interpreters. They don't all make toys. Some of them are my legal team. Some of them mine the coal. Some of them help keep the sleigh up to their sleigh mechanics. Okay. You know, some of them tend to reindeer. You know, they give them carrots to eat, blow to keep them awake the entire night of Christmas Eve.
It almost sounds like it'd be very difficult to be your elf. Yeah, that's like a lot of responsibility.
No.
On them.
They love the job. They get benefits. They get paid well.
What's the benefits?
There's no drug laws in the North Pole, so they get to party year round.
All right. Can I get in here for a second? Because it seems like you have a bunch of people all on some sort of area of land, and they're working for a place to stay, food, and blow. It sounds like something. No money, no cash involved, no independence.
That's called most jobs. That's called most jobs, buddy.
How about that?
Oh, these poor guys are working for merely money, food, shelter, and drugs. That's called living the dream, buddy. It's called living the dream.
I now wish I had more time with you guys because we got so much to go into. I didn't know you guys were this deep.
I hire elves. He hires no one. I am good for the economy.
Did you know Indiana actually has a town called Santa Claus?
Yes. I give a lot of extra toys to the children of Santa Claus.
Oh, so you can buy your way in. That's good to know.
Wow.
It's not that you can buy your way in. It's just you get a few little perks.
Bribery. Yeah, I got it. No
I mean, like, you have to admit, you have this overly optimistic personality. You're always happy. You're always known as jolly. Like, do you believe in The Secret, or is this all a charade?
I don't know what charade means, but no, I don't believe in The Secret. Okay. Just thinking about something does not make it happen. I don't get all the way around the world because I close my eyes and envision giving all those toys. I gotta squeeze my fat butt down the chimney myself. I can't just think. I can't just wish myself into all those apartments and houses and ranches and whatever else.
So how do you get into apartments?
Apartments? Through the air ducts. It's much more difficult.
What does that entail?
Well, have you seen the first Mission Impossible? It's kind of like that. Apartments are rough for me, but I do it anyway because I love the kids.
Well, then why? Oh my gosh, why do you stay
But
so
what about
obese?
studio apartments? Like you sliding in through a studio air duct?
Oh yeah. I get a lot of. I get screwdrivers. I've got those crazy magnet things that I can just kind of clip on, just click.
Oh, on your hands,
Yes.
just like Mission Impossible. Yes,
Yes.
the first movie.
I go up.
Got you.
I rappel down.
Yep.
I'm not believing a word of this.
Yeah, I find that very difficult to do
let's go-
and pull through ducks.
Let's go outside. Let's see you do it. I'd love to. If you could show me your.
how-
I'm
how-
on vacation. It's July, bunny.
I'm sure you are.
I mean, even the idea too of like you're just. I mean, I don't want to fat shame, but you're obese, right? How do you?
Well,
It's a very PC podcast. You're a very obese. You're an obese man. Have you ever thought about maybe slimming down?
I don't mind. I don't mind you talking about my body size. Big is beautiful. I've been really pushing that for a long time. I was Lizzo when Lizzo was just a wee one.
You never thought about wearing less and going out more?
Well, that is how I get into the air ducts. I take off all of my red velvet suit and I cover myself in Crisco. That's
What?
how
It was like,
So
I
you're
mean,
naked when you come inside these.
Well,
Oh, no.
I get dressed when I get in there just to make sure there's no kids
So
around.
you're telling me there's a chance in every single home on Christmas Eve that a
And
little kid could be coming down and watching a Criscoed up Santa Claus struggle with his trousers. That's what you're telling me?
Well, I do it as I'm getting out of the air ducts because I'm lubed up with Crisco, so I
That's
slide
not
right
the
into
case.
those pants.
I mean, to be fair, Easter Bunny's always naked, right?
Yeah,
Unanimous.
Like, you don't wear pants.
I let it fly.
Yeah.
You know?
So it is interesting that you're judging him on that when we should be judging actually both of you. Me and Ish should be judging both of you on this.
I'm not the one who's booted from Australia, you freak.
Maybe you should be. It's going to take one case. One case.
I
and you're
mean,
out.
in this new climate, it is true.
They can't cancel Santa.
I mean, yeah, because you bribe, you give gifts. That is
that's
tough
all
to
it
lose.
is. Yeah, they'll be like, well, you're out of here, Santa, and you're going to show up with a BMW. And then they'll be like, he's cool again. What am I
I
going to
give
do?
very nice toys to the feds and people who run Twitter. Absolutely.
Ooh, very fascinating. All right, we're almost at that time now where we need closing statements. Let's start with the Easter Bunny.
All right, first of all, let me just thank everybody again for having me. And despite everything that's been said, I do have the utmost respect for Santa Claus here. Me and him go through the mall gauntlet every year. We spend a lot of time in malls in the middle of America. It's a rough time.
I do hate the malls and the flyover states. They
Yeah.
have a certain smell to them that it just sticks to my velvet suit.
I think it's sadness.
Name names, please.
Yeah.
They're very empty. And but what I want to say is, as far as holidays go, Easter is by far the superior holiday. We both have the Jesus thing covered, but mine is about a man being resurrected from the dead. Not his birth, not anything like that. It's man is resurrected from the dead. First time, that's what Easter's all about. And then, of course, who comes along to celebrate? Me. I'm bringing you chocolates. I'm bringing everything for everybody. I'm very aware of everybody's allergens, and I'm here to stay. Okay, I'm the only mammal that can lay eggs. And for Easter, think about it. Close your eyes real quick. I want everybody to close their eyes and think about what a nice Easter dinner looks like. You got your basket full of chocolates, maybe a nice hot cocoa on the table. Maybe mom's coming by, slice your piece of ham, some mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and then boom, here we are.
Better weather too.
And I'm staring in there through your window just watching.
Nice. All right, that was a pretty good closing statement and very very effective manipulation by doing sensory. All right, Santa Claus, what's your closing statement? Why is Christmas the best holiday?
Christmas is the best holiday because we give not only candy, we give candy in the stockings. I do what he does as like a side note. That's like an appetizer to my holiday. Then they get presents under the tree. We also have big Christmas meals, goose, hams, all that kind of good stuff. The only Easter I respect is Greek Orthodox Easter because it's on a different day and it doesn't involve a stupid bunny.
You really hate bunnies. Have you ever, out of curiosity, eaten a bunny, Santa? You're a big guy.
Let's just say the little white fluffy things on the front of my suit, not cotton, bunny tails. That's right.
Wow, that's straight
No,
mafia.
that's a good way to end your debate, telling everybody that you murder fluffy bunnies and animals like geese for your holiday. No, that'll go
I
well.
was defending Australia. They were eating all the kangaroos' food.
You just won't give up on the down under, huh?
Yeah, you'll never get over that scandal.
I'm
Apparently.
going to call the Prime Minister tomorrow. They'll let me in.
When I watch Looney Tunes, I cheer for Elmer Fudd.
I do too. It's less competition.
Oh, we have so much more to go into, but we can't. We have to close this out. Let me quickly talk to Ish over here. Ish, you are the judge. You have to figure out what is the best holiday based on this argument alone, based on the facts that you've just been presented before you. First off, what's your past like with holidays? You love Christmas?
Oh, I love both the holidays. I do love Christmas. Christmas is very nice. It's a cheerful season. It's snow. Christmas dinner is very nice. You get all of your family together. You get a bunch of presents. You have to give a lot of money, but you still get a lot of presents. Yeah. That's about as good as Christmas gets.
Yeah, and Easter, of course.
Well, the music is the best part about Christmas. Honestly, everything else about Christmas is just okay. But the music is great.
Yeah. I will say I am a sucker for Mariah Carey.
Man, come on, son. Every time you hear that, as soon as you hear that, it's like, it's pretty good.
Okay,
All I want for Christmas is you. I gave her a Grammy that year for Christmas.
I did.
I mean, with that said,
That's what she wanted for Christmas, actually, was the Grammy.
I don't feel like Santa really contributed to the music portion, but
I filled her with holiday spirit.
He created the vibe. The vibe. He created the vibe, and then they all took their vibes and they added it to Christmas.
So okay, Ish is a big music fan.
Yeah,
got you.
If I lose this battle, it will be worse than when Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas in Tokyo. It will be a bigger upset.
Is there Christmas in Tokyo?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Okay, let's do this. Ishmael, do you have any final notes before you announce the winner?
I was gonna say about Easter. I do like Easter. Easter is very nice. You dress up extremely nice. You put on your Easter best. It's the Sunday best. You put it up on Easter. Right. You go to church. Also, you have to deal with family, but that's probably the dress up. The new suit is the best part of Easter for me. I'm not a kid, so I don't get to really eat the candy, but and the Easter egg hunt is nice though. Getting the dye eggs, and it's pretty good as long as the eggs aren't rotten. It's good.
They're never rotten. Not when I bring them there, unless they're forgotten. Those are from the year before. I'm no longer responsible for those.
That is funny that he even goes into hot countries delivering eggs, and yet you're right. The chocolate's always immaculate. It's never melted.
Never melted.
You're pretty.
Maybe I got a little magic of my own.
No,
he'd have to shove that many eggs in his ass without melting them. I don't know how he does it. I don't want to know.
Or he has a very strong past.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot here. I think
his first job was working for El Chapo, getting packages across the border.
I'd rather not talk about my past, thank you.
All right, Ish, you have to announce it. Who's the winner of this debate?
Okay.
What's the best holiday? Christmas or Easter?
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's Christmas. I'm sorry, Easter. As much as I love you and your debate, even though Santa's a drug addict and he is most likely smuggling children and leaving them in the North Pole and stuff like that.
The ends justify the means.
And he only gets paid in cookies and milk. There is no form of payment that I have seen any otherwise. But a fresh outfit, like a fresh whole wardrobe beats one suit. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta go with that. I'm sorry. And music, son. Come on, you've been at a Christmas concert.
All right, Christmas. Santa Claus, you won. Congratulations.
Yeah. This is, aside from Christmas and Christmas Eve, this is the greatest day of the year. Viva la Christmas and Christmas
Eve.
Eve.
Juneteenth is the greatest day of the year, but we'll settle for today.
Yeah. Juneteenth is good too. Juneteenth is good.
Awesome. All right. Well, my name is Michael Harrison. This was Character Debates, and hope to see you guys again.